everybody, it's finally Friday, and thank God that it is, because I'm going to hit the road running, let the good times roll. It's been a long week. I think it's because I was gone last week. Sorry, whew, my nose is itching. I think it's because I was gone last week, and then when you get back, you have like all that stuff you have to catch up on. I need to respond to this. I need to send out this super bill. I need to get over here. I need to do this. I need to go to the grocery store. I need to do my laundry. Blah, 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 blah. And now I'm tired. So anyway, but I'm glad it's Friday. Yay! We have a 3-day weekend. For those of you who I'm assuming aren't in the States, I don't think that they have Memorial Day in any other parts of the world, because we have Memorial Day on Monday, which is a day that we set aside to pay respects and let people know how much we appreciate the fact that people have served in our country to give us all of the wonderful things that we oftentimes forget to even notice, that we have freedom, that we don't have horrible wars happening in our country right now all the time, and they keep us safe. And so if any of you have served in our military, thank you so much for all that you do. It makes me all teary sometimes. I think because I'm just a crier and things. I know that people have given their lives, and it's the ultimate sacrifice, and I'm very grateful. So thank you all. So I have 3 questions today, and then I have a journal topic that one of my followers sent to me. So thank you so much for sending it. It's a wonderful quote, and I really like it. And I'm actually going to do some soul searching and thinking on my own about it. Okay, so without further ado, first question. Hi, Katie. My question is anger a normal emotion? I'm experiencing it a lot lately, and I'm reacting with anger to everything, even the most simplest of things. Does this mean that I need help? I also cut, and the more angry I get, the louder that voice gets. It's like a cycle. Do I need help, or is this something that I will grow out of, bearing in mind no one knows about my self-harm? Please help. Love your videos. Of course, anger is a normal emotion. Should we be feeling it all the time? Probably not. But anger is normal. Like, I know that if someone cuts me off on the road and I get like really pissed off and I'm like, son of a bitch, oh my God, that I'm being a little irrational. I'm being a little hot-headed, whatever you want to call it. But being angry in general, people that have hurt you or things that have happened that just suck or anything like that, like anger is something that we're going to feel. We should not be lashing out all the time. Oftentimes I tell my clients that means that their pot is full. Sometimes I think of us as like a pot on the stove filled with water or something, like a teapot. And if we get like so full of steam, that anger is steam, we're gonna have to shoot it out somewhere, like how our teapots like make their noise, whatever their noise is, right? And so I always think it sounds like a train, but that's just me. So it sounds like your teapot of emotion is full all the time. Like something may have happened recently or something has been going on. And so you're always feeling like you just don't have that extra cushion to be like, yeah, go ahead, no big deal. Or I understand things are stressed. I know you're busy. Don't worry if you have to cancel. But we don't have any of that softness because we're just maxed out. And so, yes, I would encourage you to get help. You don't have to talk about your self-harm right away if that's not something that you really want to, get into yet. But I would encourage you to find someone. I promise therapy is not that scary, and talking to someone will really help alleviate that full feeling and kind of bring you down where you just feel a little bit more able to manage life and the stressors that come along with things that we do all day, right? So I hope that helps. And if any of you have dealt with, feeling like you're full of anger all the time, leave your comments below and let us know how you blew off some of that steam and let yourself feel a little better. Question number 2. Why is it so hard to keep recovering when you've been recovering for over a year? It just seems like it gets easier and then it gets harder again. Is this normal, and why does this happen? Yes, it's very normal. Recovery is a process. I know I say that a lot, but it's very true. And everyone's process is different. And depending on what we're dealing with, if we're dealing with like a past filled with a lot of traumatic events and struggles and things that we've never dealt with before, it's going to take us a while to better manage it. And as we dig into those things and we start talking about it, we'll feel worse at first. I have a video, why does it feel worse at first, I think, or why does it feel worse before it gets better, or something like that. You might want to check that out. Oh, I think it's dusty out. My nose is driving me crazy. So we might feel worse at first, and then we'll start to feel better again, and then we might feel worse, and it will kind of go like that until we feel like we have a real grip on the way that we can mentally cope with it. Does that make sense? So it's like once we kind of get in a groove where we're like, okay, well, when I feel really stressed out, I can take a bath, I can color, I can journal, I can call my friend, I can watch Modern Family because it's hilarious. I can do whatever to kind of help myself feel better. and then I know I'll feel better. And until we have that intuition of ourselves, like until we know ourselves that well during our recovery process, we're going to have these ups and downs. And as we dig into old stuff or things that we haven't talked about before, we're going to have those down moments too. So did I answer all that? And why does it happen? Okay, yeah. So I hope that helps answer. I know it can be really hard to deal with when you feel like you've been working so hard for so long, but trust me, it does get better, and those hard times will get fewer, and they won't be as bad, and we'll start finding that we're just feeling pretty good. So keep at it, and keep me posted. Okay. Question number 3. Hey Katie, so my girlfriend has borderline personality disorder, or BPD. I have a video on it if you're curious what that is. And most of the time we get along really great and everything's okay. But then there are other times when she gets incredibly sad, mad, and shuts off in a really rude way. I try to show her she's worth everything, but how can I support her without sounding like a mother or someone else? I want to show her support and show her how much she means to me and that she's worth fighting for. I hope you know what I mean. Being in a relationship with someone who has borderline personality disorder can be really difficult. And this is not to say that it doesn't work out or it won't work out, because it definitely will. And there are people too, right? But they have to be working on better managing their emotions. Now, this is what tends to happen, exactly what this person is describing, that her girlfriend will get, really sad, mad, and shut off completely. I talk in my DBT groups that I used to run and with my DBT patients now, how oftentimes you're putting people on pedestals. They're amazing. They're the best thing that's ever happened. Or we're shoving them under the bus and we're like, fuck you. I hate you. God damn it. Get out of my life. Blah, blah, blah. And it's really hard to be a person on the receiving end, i.e. a therapist, because I get that a lot. Like, oh, you're amazing. Why did you tell me to do that? You're such an asshole. Blah, blah, blah. And we have like almost sessions filled with yelling, and we try to manage those emotions. And so what I would encourage you to do if you're in a relationship with someone like this is to encourage them to seek help. Or if they don't have the money or they can't, grab that workbook it's on my website, I believe. It's like a dialectical and behavioral therapy workbook. And it's not, Marsha's not the woman who wrote it, but it's another gentleman. I forget the name off the top of my head, but that workbook is really great. And it's something that you can maybe work with them together and talk about together and express how it makes you feel at times and how things are happening and what the receiving part of it is like and how you want to help. And I think navigating those waters slowly, there'll be times when each of you get upset, but what our biggest struggle with when we have borderline personality disorder is emotion regulation and like feeling safe. Because often that attachment issue and like, oh, I love this person, but if they hurt me, I'll be ruined. And we do this like, I hate you, I love you, I hate you, I love you, because we don't feel safe. And so anybody would feel that way, right? So I just encourage you to start working together. It can be really healing for both of you to walk through the process of better managing emotions, and it'll help you work on communication, and I think it will really, really benefit you. Okay? I hope that helps. Now, my journal topic today is amazing. Now, I'm going to read it out to you, and I'm going to itch my nose in the meantime. Okay. It is a terrible thing, I think, in life to wait until you're ready. I have this feeling now that actually no one is ever ready to do anything. There is almost no such thing as ready. There's only now. And you may as well do it now. Generally speaking, now is as good a time as any. And that's by Hugh Laurie. And I thought that was just such a great quote because I just finished watching Grey's Anatomy season finale. I'm not going to give anything away, but I just finished watching it. And she talks about that. Christina has a voiceover, and she talks about like stepping forward and doing something that you're scared to do, because that's when great things happen. And we're never ready. There's never a time in my life where I felt ready to, I guess I felt ready to take my exams, but when you're making changes and you're doing things that are different and hard, we're never going to feel ready. So what are you even waiting for? Why not do it now? Now is as good a time as any. So I'd like you to take some time, and I'm going to take some time, and think about the things that you've been putting off because you think you're not ready, or you don't really feel like you could do it right now, and you're kind of scared. I want you to consider those and then think, well, now is as good a time as any, and let's start, making some lists and doing some things that maybe are a little uncomfortable at first, but can only lead us to positive things, okay? I love you all. Have a wonderful 3-day weekend. My video will come out as planned, and I'll see you on Tuesday, and I'll be on Tumblr, so ask your questions there. Bye!